Adrian Lewis turned it on to some tune against Ronnie Huybrechts. So Kim Huybrechts has got to beat the 16 times world champion and the current world champ and the player of the tournament. Otherwise, the brave battle by Belgium will be over and England will retain the World Cup of Darts. And I thought it couldn't get any worse for that for Huybrechts. He's got to do it against the Taylor throw.
This man, done in the World Cup, she does every time he steps up to the hockey, and that is dominates.
84.
It's been sublime. Adrian Lewis struggled in the group phase, last 16 and quarters, but this man, Phil Taylor, has carried him along until the last game, where where Adrian Lewis come alive. It's in double the amount of treble 20s than singles. Outrageous. Phil Taylor is off. Kim Huybrechts has played beautifully, but he's going to have to up the ante. He's going to have to play the game of his life to keep this tie alive.
Over the years, many players have tried to beat Phil Taylor and win or bust darts matches. The overwhelming majority have failed. Can Huybrechts succeed?
We know he has the game. He's doing it. He's doing it against this man. And the form he's been in, it's not likely, but it's possible. This Kim Huybrechts is the real deal.
So, the first leg of what Phil Taylor hopes will be 4. Phil Taylor and England need 3 more.
It really would be a fairy tale if the Belgian duo were to go on and lift the World Cup. As we know, it's an emotional time for them. The passing of their father. They are playing with that raw emotion at the moment.
96.
Got to keep it in check.
Well, Kim Huybrechts, the Hurricane, has been a breath of fresh air in darts since he burst onto the scene. Unlucky at the Alexandra Palace a couple of years back. He's good value. Thoroughly likeable young man. And this has been a terrific tournament, of which he and his older brother Ronnie have been 2 of the brightest stars, but this is the biggest star in the darting galaxy, bar none.
It's Kim Huybrechts' second major final in 4 months. Losing out to Phil Taylor in the Players' Championships in November. Now in another.
It's often said, Wayne, that you learn more from your defeats than your victories. You'd have learnt a lot.
I've learnt a hell of a lot, yes, you're right. I see where you were going with that.
But I wonder, what has Huybrechts learnt from that game in my head that might enable him to turn the tide against Taylor here?
They're down with a 57 there, because no doubt there's going to be pressure on. How much? Phil changing his mind at the last minute. There's pressure, but it's not untold amounts, is it? 60, double 14.
Trouble 17, still a chance, a half chance. That chance disappears. Taylor nods his head.
47. England, you require 108.
Now 19. Double 16.
76.
Well, that's a surprise. I thought Taylor was going to do what Taylor has always done and pounce with his opponent missing. So, double 16. Double 8. Wonderful. Gotta love it. Got to love this game. It asks questions, it sets examination papers, and Huybrechts has passed that one. It's 1-1.
That was a clever dart from Kim Huybrechts. Even though he blocked the double 8 with the dart that hit the single 16, he moved over just enough so the flight was going to help him hit the double 8. So he didn't go inside. That was clever, and it worked for him.
96.
Phil Taylor hit a ball to turn the tide against Wales in the doubles decider. He hit a 160 out shot when his team were 2-0 down, looking going 3-0 down against Japan in the doubles decider. But he could do nothing against South Africa when Charles Peterson missed 2 match darts. And in fact, England have survived 3 match darts
95.
in this tournament as a whole.
Need that little bit of luck. Might have had it.
Better to be lucky than good, Wayne. Taylor has been both, you would say, in this tournament.
93.
Good last start from Kim.
67.
From Taylor. 6 darts. 167. He was on this in the last leg and didn't make a very good fist of it.
45.
He's done even worse this time.
Well, he will leave a finish, but that's crucial. What a difference between 157 and 117.
Treble 18. It's a good marker for Phil. That leaves the little red bit.
86.
Wild! Leaves double 18 though.
17.
Treble 19. Now, these are the crumbs that drop from Phil Taylor's table, and you need to gobble them up as the power looks at double 18.
He was shaking his head, I'm not too sure why. Obviously doesn't like double 18. He loves double 9 though. Across the board and gets it. Saying to himself, come on. 2 more legs. That's all he's saying. That's all I need.
96.
This has been a tremendous tournament, a terrific tournament. We've seen new faces. Your old pal Marjanovic, Wayne,
59.
Harvisto, Italians, Ronnie Huybrechts. It's been a brilliant few days in Hamburg, hasn't it?
96.
It has. Muramatsu and Katsumi, they have been a delight to watch. Whoever wins, I think is for sure they're going to deserve it. Today's been a long day for these players. The adrenaline will have been risen to new levels.
56.
Then they'll have to drop it again, just to build it up again. That in itself is tiring. Backstage buddies, look! Enjoying each other's company, I think.
177.
What a visit. This is probably Kim Huybrechts' worst performance in this World Cup.
100.
But with the pressure for Phil Taylor going for the win, for Team England to win the World Cup, that's what it can do to you.
Well, 130 left and
95.
now 110 left, so that by no means a guarantee. So Huybrechts looking to leave himself a single dart if he doesn't take it out. He might take it out. Double 18.
117. England uniform 110.
This would be typical Taylor. The single 10 leaves double top. Typical Taylor indeed. Doing a little jig. Adrian Lewis must be over the moon. Played a massive part in this final. Average 105 in beating Ronnie. The 180s in that game were simply outrageous. Phil Taylor throwing to retain the World Cup.
Well, as was said in a previous World Cup final once, they think it's all over, and it may be very soon. In the next couple of minutes, Phil Taylor can clinch the World Cup for England for the second straight year. They won it in nail-biting, dramatic circumstances against the Aussies 12 months ago. Now Phil Taylor needs one more leg
131.
for he and Adrian Lewis to defeat Belgium.
177.
Got to hit red bits
131.
or a green bit and a red bit. That'll work. Superb from Kim Huybrechts. The pressure he's under now. To pull those two scores out, he needs every point he can get.
91. 100.
He's nicked a dart, hasn't he? Phil doesn't hit a treble. What am I talking about if Phil doesn't hit a treble?
What if he has 3 trebles?
Well, single 18 will leave double top.
135. Belgium uniform 130.
And he's now 1 dart away, whatever Huybrechts does.
Kim can do. Tried to leave 32 on treble 10. Phil Taylor will come to the board, wanting tops
To put England on top of the darting world. The power wants double 10, and for the second straight year, England